Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Starfield Shattered Space on the Xbox Series X. Today's mission is aligning the houses. I've assisted House Dukef and House Kadik. All that remains is House Basal. So that's where we're at, and that's what we're going to do. We're going this way.
Be mindful of your actions. Heresy and treason are one and the same.
The serpent strikes down those who doubt.
Indeed.
This is foolish, Victor. The High Council needs access to the power grid if we hope to restore the city. Your inability to provide a legitimate excuse for denying them will only last so long.
Victoria is right. I know you're angry, but you can't let personal matters interfere with what may be best for everyone.
Personal matters? This is a Ministry of State matter, and I will handle it as I see fit. He is a traitor. He turned his back not only on his family, but on our people's entire system. The fact that he still breathes is a stain upon the House Vethal name.
You would doom us all with your pride.
I will do as I please as head of this house.
Well. Okay, you waiting on me now?
If you are not a member of House Vethal, you do not belong here.
I was sent by the High Council to get your cooperation.
Another High Council lackey come begging? I told Lovick no more.
Forgive my brother. He has been forgetting his manners of late. Victor, this is Anaskel's chosen. You recall Lovick sent word.
I recall he spoke of a newly anointed promised. And we do not need help, especially from an outsider.
You can't continue to refuse the council. You must act. Your inaction is killing you.
Precisely, which is why he leaves me no choice but to say this. My nephew Varric has left, and until he returns, Victor refuses to assist the council.
These are hardly matters for the ears of an outsider.
That sounds like a poor excuse not to help the High Council.
You have no idea what you speak of. You are an outsider. You have no understanding of our house.
You're right, I don't. But I'm here to help, so let me.
Is this not the opportunity you've been looking for, brother? A third party capable of finding Varric?
Yes, you said so yourself. Someone with no loyalties to speak of. And if he's become promised, truly his arrival is more than coincidence.
Serpent, give me strength. You both speak true. Perhaps I have reacted in haste.
Perhaps.
Tell me, Vindicator, are you well practiced in discretion?
Yes, of course.
I hope your word is good as well. As Vittoria mentioned, my son, Varric, has left. Essentially, he has abandoned his post. And not only did he turn his back on his house, but the great serpent as well. He is a traitor and must be dealt with as such.
Victor, surely you don't mean it.
He does, Luther. He is allowing his fervent pride and anger to cloud his judgment. What my brother is trying to say is that he wishes his own son dead. First, we lose Vashti to that malignance tearing through Dazra. And now you so willingly offer up Varric. As if our house has not suffered enough loss already.
Killing Varric for leaving sounds extreme to me.
Of course it would. As someone from the settled systems, you have no concept of what the Great Serpent demands of us. I do not wish Vedic dead, but as head of the Ministry of State, he left me no choice. All must serve. Those who refuse will be met with death.
How does Varric's death relate to power grid access?
The shame Vedic brought upon this house is immeasurable. It stains the very foundation. I will not act until this house is in order and its members are properly aligned with the Great Serpent.
Varric is your son. You could make an exception.
Exceptions show weakness, and we cannot afford to show weakness at a time like this.
We have done the same for less. You act as if death is the only answer. What about forgiveness?
I will not risk the Ministry's authority on the actions of my own son, even if he is my chosen heir. If the High Council wants my cooperation, I need you to find Vedic and carry out his sentence.
And I would ask you to spare him. My brother is acting under impulse, not reason.
I have never been more clear. Speak against me one more time, and you will regret it. Vedic has a signet ring with House Vithal's family crest. Bring it to me as proof of death. Only then will I grant you access to the power grid.
I'll see what I can do.
See that you get it done. I recommend you start by speaking to patrons of the Herald's Rest. Some of Vedic's associates there may know where he went, but keep in mind, anyone who has directly aided him in hiding is an accomplice and shares his fate.
I'll use my best discretion when the time comes.
See to it you do. All anyone needs to know is that you are looking for Vedic for personal reasons. I will not risk word of his disappearance getting out before I can say the situation has been handled.
Remember, Vindicator, that I would ask you to spare my nephew.
Can you tell me more about Varric?
Varric was an obedient child, quiet, always absorbed in his studies to please his father. But the two have clashed ever since Varric sacrificed his growth. He found his voice that day, and to Victor's dismay, he wanted no part of being elder.
Why doesn't Varric want to be elder?
Varric is conflict averse. Pressure, responsibility, stress. He avoids them like the plague. He wants everyone's approval, and as elder, that is an impossible task. I believe it is why he has fled. He made his final stand against his father, and rather than face the disapproval, he disappears.
Why won't Victor let Varric do what he wants?
Victor's pride and belief in tradition will not allow it. He sees Varric's refusal to inherit the role of elder as an insult, and many would share that view.
What do you think changed Varric?
Victor was too lenient with him when it came to Varric's free time. As strict as he was, he allowed him the freedom to associate with whomever he wanted. I think too much time at the Herald Rest showed Varric a different life is possible when it's not. Not for him.
Alright, well,
Serpent, guide you.
I,
have a
too,
job to do,
would
baby.
ask you spare Varric.
Get it done.
Victor is in no condition to be making such decisions. So many lives lost. This family can't afford another.
can't you and Victoria convince Victor to change his mind?
You don't know Victor Vithal. He may be the most stubborn man in Dazra next to Anasko Varun himself, But that doesn't mean we won't try. He adores Varric. And if he died without reconciling their differences, I think it would break him. He never got to say goodbye to Vashti. And he hasn't taken it well.
What can you tell me about Varric?
Varric is a dreamer who let his fascination with the settled systems get the best of him. You could always tell his heart wasn't into learning about Varun society, noble houses, ministries, Dazra. He was a devout student, but none of it interested him. The only lessons that truly fascinated him were about space and exploration.
All right, well,
Great Serpent keep you.
let's go do it.
Something is amiss, but I dare not speak.
Okay, let's go. Talk
Many
to
of our
people.
ranks disappeared in the monster.
Okay, what's that? Okay, who do we got here?
The Great Serpent spared us so that we may rebuild stronger.
This railing is taken. And no, I'm not looking for company.
I respect your boundaries, but I really need your help.
My help? That'd be a first.
I'm looking for Varric Bethal.
Aren't we all? Varric. One day we're inseparable, and the next, I've searched all of Dazra for him. But he's gone. Couldn't even leave a note. That means he either doesn't want to be found or, well, I prefer not to think about it.
Surely you found out something while searching.
I appreciate your understanding earlier, and maybe I did, but I just don't think he wants to be found.
Work together on this.
Are you sure?
If he's out there and he's injured, I have the training to save him.
Great Serpent. Let him be okay.
Let's work together on this.
You think so? All right, fine. But I'm only telling you this because I want him to be safe. I never found out where he is. But I know someone who might. His name is Tain Salavea.
And where I can find this Tain Salavea.
Hard to say right now, but Tain's a regular. If you stay a bit, you can't miss him. Just promise me you'll let me know if you find Varric.
I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go over here and sit.
Is something amiss?
Oh, sorry.
So, yes. Goodbye.
Can I get you anything?
Hope things start looking up soon around here.
Some koza to lift your spirits?
Hey, aren't you that outsider made promise that showed up here recently?
Yep, that's me.
Impressive. Since these people really aren't into strangers, especially in times like these. I'm an outsider myself. It's hard to get into the whole giant snake thing.
Nice to see a fellow outsider around here.
Tell me about it. I've been toting stuff back and forth for these people for years and still get the cold shoulder most places I go. But then these people lose half their city and you show up, and suddenly it's divine intervention.
Well, not everyone's a fan.
Hey, you play your cards here right, you win them over. You've already been dealt a winning hand as it is. Anyway, enough about that. What can I do you for?
I heard you know where I can find Varric Thal.
That's so. Well, I guess that depends, Vindicator. Who wants to know?
I do, of course.
Oh, sure. You just show up out of the blue and suddenly want to know where to find House Vathal's #1 son? And I know he wasn't lost to whatever ate up half of Dazra. Plenty of people have seen him since. Although, let's just say after what went down here, my retirement's looking imminent, and I haven't exactly been saving up for a rainy day. So if you're feeling generous, maybe we can help each other out.
It's a deal. Credits for Varric's location.
Nice to see we operate on the same wavelength. I'm pretty sure he's heading into the Highlands. Just not sure where. But I do have the means to track him. So you just say the word and we're off to the races.
Track him? You have a tracker on Varric?
You make it sound creepy. But yeah, for emergencies.
Alright, good, let's go.
After you. Once we're outside of Dazra, I'll fire up my tracker, and fingers crossed, it'll lead us right to him. Just head out the west gate, should be the fastest route.
Alright.
Move. No loitering.
Oh wait. I'm back here. I saw it and didn't register.
She's got a limited range, so just keep heading northwest of Dazra until we pick something up.
Okay.
Something's out there. Just keep that thing aimed away from me.
I'll switch it up. Getting closer. We're moving down. It's gonna be a problem. I know it.
My leg! The head.
Good shooting.
The spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
Which way? We're going further away.
Back off!
Up here? Yeah. Not jumping for some reason. Probably an easier way to get here. I figured there was. Redeemed here. Oh, I think we killed each other.
Softworks says this is it. And it doesn't look pretty. Let's take a look around. But be careful.
A temporary encampment. Can we speak for a moment?
Okay. Let's look around. Start out here. Hello. Card. Camp log 2. Can't find one. Here somewhere, right? It's over here. Examine.
Quite a view from here. This place is unique, is it not?
It is. It really is.
If you have the time,
one?
I wish to speak to you.
You said that. That's very good. There it is. There it is. Log entry 1. I've done it. I've left. My father is furious. I've never seen him so angry. I always figured he knew this day was coming, but perhaps he's just that delusional. This proves he'd never see things my way, that I made the right decision, but my mind still bombards me with questions. Did I act too quickly? What about Vittoria and Luther? What about Eggy and Bee? What about my father? What will my father do now? My only hope for sleep at this point is the exhaustion will simply take me. Entry 2. As expected, I didn't sleep well last night. At least this morning I can turn to my camp and think of what to do next. Planning ahead certainly paid off. I've been slowly building up this area ever since Tane and I first discussed plans to get me off Urunkai. I figured I'd need a safe place if I had to leave unexpectedly and lay low. I have the tracking device he gave me, so I can only hope he puts 2 and 2 together. In the meantime, I'm hoping to distract my mind by organizing my new temporary home here. Who knows how long it might be before Tane finds me. Okay. So, where was that?
I'm impressed. I would like a chance to talk to you, if you are able.
Alright, let's examine the tracker. Engineering. This is the tracking device that Tane gave Varric. Tane turned off the ping when you arrived. If Varric left the tracker here, he left in a hurry. It's useless now, but you salvage some materials. Palladium.
Yes?
Go examine that thing. Vortex spawn. This creature's long body looks like it's made of tentacles and bones. Its sharp teeth and multiple eyes make it look especially alien. Okay. Here. Footprints. Scavenging. The footprints are sporadic, but the tread tells you they're only from one person. The final prints head west. Varric must have fled to camp after attempting to put up a small fight. Stain. Combat medic. The stain itself is large, but the ground below isn't saturated. The blood covers only the surface, so the blood loss isn't as extreme as one might assume from looking at it. It's certainly not from any small injury, but at least the victim should still be alive. Oh, hell. I got this.
Still in one piece. I could have done without that. All my years and all the planets I've been on. Never gonna get used to those things.
Nope. Just wait until you see a terramorph.
Terror what?
Terror what?
I think I'll pass. At least I don't see a body around here, so I hope that means Varric's alive. You find anything?
Bloodstain. Varric must have been injured.
Injured? Hope he doesn't bleed out by the time we find him. Well, what's next? Varric must have fled in a hurry since his tracker's still here. So guess the rest is up to us.
Guess so. We track him. He's injured, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Sounds like a plan. And hopefully that injury slows him down enough for us to catch up. Let's head back down and see what we can find. And by we, I mean you.
Uh-huh. Footprints here are less sporadic. You can tell that someone rested here and then headed to the northwest. Okay. Well, looks like we got a little ways to go. pop up. Where'd that guy go? Oh no. I need some more straw in here.
Caregiver protocol is active.
Yeah.
That's far enough, strangers. You want to tell me what you're doing on my property uninvited?
We're looking for Varric Thal on behalf of House Thal. No, I'm not saying that one. We're looking for an injured young man who may have passed through here.
Through here? You realize you're in the middle of nowhere.
He's injured. We're worried about it.
I can understand that, but I can't help you. The only people here are my partner Zen and our daughter Mila. No one comes around here. We're isolated, and that's the way we like it.
His injuries may need special treatment. Please, help us.
All right, fine.
Irina, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Zen, yes, I know quite well. Never mind my partner, they're just overly cautious. As I said, we're isolated out here. We keep to ourselves. But we did aid an injured young man a few days ago.
That's gotta be Varric.
It's too coincidental. It must have been him.
I need to know where Varric went.
We sent him north. There's a long abandoned growth farm we felt he could make use of. He claimed he lost everything in the incident that swallowed half of Dazra. He wanted to start a new life. We even gave him 2 of our own groats to get started.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome, and safe travels. If you find him, give him our regards.
Okay. We're headed north in a minute. Well, I guess this is a farm.
Wonder what plants here you can eat.
You don't know anything? You do that.
Because I do not experience boredom, I excel in the performance of menial tasks.
Okay.
Tag me in when you're done in there. I figured you want to speak in private first.
You guys need to learn to shut the gate behind you. What are you yet? Eric's log. Entry 1. First entry of the first day of my new life. I suppose I'm a goat farmer now, a long way from heir apparent, but I am thankful for the distance. Yes, quite a bit has happened since the last I wrote. Jane never came, and I had to flee when the Vortex Horse found me and attacked. Perhaps I have my father, of all people, to thank for those combat lessons he forced me through. Some kind farmers took me in and helped patch me up. They were respectful of my privacy and even pointed me here after telling them a version of my plight. Should my father send anyone after me, I can only hope my remaining anonymous keeps them safe. Check the rest of this place out. It's outside. Okay. It's office. Alright. Log entry 2. Today was a good day. I got up early, fed the groats. I think I'll name the female Bella, but not sure on the male yet. I took account of the repairs needed and was at least able to get this old computer up and running. It gives me hope that I may be able to fix up the Model A's as that have been Model A's that have been abandoned here. And to think I argue with my father over a need for engineering skills. If I ever hear news of Dazra returning to normal, perhaps I'll initiate contact with Tane again. A life far away from serpents and house politics is all I really want. But for now, isolated goat farmer is good enough. Log entry 3. Everything is catching up with me again. My father, what I've done, the people I've left behind, but most of all, I miss my sister. I never thought I'd have left of what? I never thought all I'd have left of her was a ring. I've never thought I'd lose her. And now I'm dying to hear her voice, to have her reassure me that I've made the right decision. She's been my voice of reason for almost my entire life. She was always the one I could talk to about anything, no matter how big or small, or how much she may disagree with me. She should have she should have been the one to take our father's place, not me. Log entry 4. The Model A's are up and running. It should be a good day, but once again I find myself riddled with guilt over what I've done. I keep replaying the last moment with my father over my head. It's not even his words, it's the look of betrayal on his face. He responded with anger, but the blow I struck was deep. I told him I couldn't stand by and watch them destroy themselves, but I rejected everything he stands for: House Vithal, House Varun, and the Great Serpent. And of course, I knew full well what my actions would require him to do as head of Ministry of State. I realize now the position of conflict I've put him in. The question remains whether he can let me go or if I'll one day wake up to Vithal wardens at my door. He knows what he did. He knows his consequences. Oh, wow. Look at that view. Okay, change it out here.
Nothing going on out here. How about you? Find anything?
Eric's not home, but this is where he's living.
Sounds like it's a waiting game then.
It seems I have uninvited guests. You want to explain yourselves?
Whoa, hey, it's me. Dang. Put the gun down already.
It's not you I'm concerned about. It's your friends.
Rightfully so.
Your father sent me to kill you.
Kill me? As if he wasn't already suffocating me. I figured the old man might play it that way. Always the extremist. But since I have your attention, allow me to plead my case.
Alright, say your piece.
I am not sure how familiar you are with our culture, but all I've ever wanted was the right to choose. I was born House Vithal. I was raised to inherit the role of elder, to run the Ministry of State, to worship the Great Serpent. But I want none of it.
That's not the life I'd want either.
That's not the life anyone wants.
It's never mattered how much I tried to reason with him. My father simply would not let me go. His pride and the fear of what it would mean for House Vithal is all he cares about.
As a parent, he should support you.
That's the issue. As far as my father's concerned, he's the most supportive parent out there. Giving me all the tools and teachings I need to inherit House Vithal and assume the reins of the Ministry of State. I'm the ungrateful one. I'm the problem. Not him. All I want is to make my own life. Something Tane understood and was willing to help me with.
The credits help too. But yeah, guess you got the whole scoop now.
Yeah. I understand the need to help a friend out of a bad situation.
I was hoping you'd see it that way. I lost my ship to the incident, so I didn't want Varric running off thinking I could just grab him and go. I was also out all the credits he was gonna pay me. That's where you came in. I figured, why not 2 for the price of 1?
So, now you know my true intentions for leaving, and given the circumstances, I may be here for some time. My hope now is to make the best of it here.
First, tell me why you chose to leave now, of all time.
I suppose I owe you that much. The truth is, the Scaled Citadel was the last straw. My people are so blinded by faith and politics, they don't see how it's destroying us. Anasko Varun eliminated half our population in the blink of an eye. My sister Vashti among them. I could no longer live in a society that won't put its people first. That would destroy itself in the name of a god that has done nothing for us.
I'll never understand those who value faith more than family.
Especially when that faith leads to hate.
Yeah.
I hope you can see why I want to walk away from all this. To start my own life. I ask that you give me that chance.
You're free to go, but I would ask for something in return.
Anything. Name it.
Your signet ring. Victor wants it as proof of death.
My ring? Vashti gave it to me. It's all I have left of her since the cataclysm. The disaster took every physical reminder of her except for this ring. Just wiped her from existence.
The ring is a small price to pay for your life.
You're right. And I know Vashti would want it this way. Take it. I'll find solace in the fact that the ring will remain with my family. And now I hope we are done here. Thank you for seeing reason. I owe you both my life and freedom.
Now that's over with. I'm gonna hang back here, talk to Varric a bit. Besides, I don't want to be around when you break the news to Victor. Do me a favor and find me at the Herald's Rest when you're done.
Do that.
If you are free soon, could we talk?
Let's talk. Not right now. Oh, I'm going this way. Alright. Heading out.
I have literally no experience being a growth farmer, but I'm going to try my best.
Alright, I'm gonna head back. I'll see you when we get there. Alright, we've made it back. Break the news.
Is it done? You're back. What news do you bring?
One signet ring, as requested.
What have you done? Varric.
This blood is on your hands, Victor. I hope you remember this.
Actually, the blood is on my hands.
I have not overlooked your involvement in this.
No, it was Varric's choice. He knew the consequences.
You were his father. You were supposed to protect him. You think you are doing what is right out of some blind dedication, but you are destroying this house. You already lost one child. You had to murder the other.
Victoria!
I will not hear any more of this. It is done. Leave us.
Oh, I am leaving to mourn my nephew whose memory you disgrace with your very presence.
Victoria!
Leave her be, Luther. The Great Serpent will guide her. She will understand in time and emerge stronger for it.
I may have done the deed, but even I think you went too far.
Then I can appreciate a tool that does not question. Ultimately, I care nothing for what you think. Now,
Nor I you.
only one matter remains to discuss. Did you find anyone who aided my son in his treachery?
I believe your son acted alone.
Good. I also have heard nothing of my son's disappearance, so I appreciate your discretion in this matter. You restored order to this house, and have my gratitude. Here, the access code that Ekris needs to connect to the power grid. Now go. I have much to arrange.
First Vashti. Now Varric. I would allow Vittoria her space if I were you. Vindicator.
Be mindful of our elder. The incident weighs heavily on his mind.
Vindicator.
Where she went, she took off, okay.
Great Serpent, be at your side.
Alright, now we're gonna go turn in the... Now we're gonna go turn in the code.
The Great Serpent will deliver us from this. I know it.
The device looks ready. Let us hope it has not been built too hastily. We need this to work.
Where is she? There you go. Taking her time.
I wish we had known about this research. Perhaps we could have benefited more from it.
Okay.
Did Victor finally relinquish the access code?
Yes, this slate has the code on it.
Excellent. We'll finally have the resources to fully charge the morning device. Now, give me a moment to set up the grid. Inputting the access code. Routing power. It is done. Vindicator, will you do us the honor?
Sure.
All personnel to stations. Clear the platform.
Activating power grid interlink.
Powering grav drive.
Field projector, standing by.
Extending stabilizers.
Grav field stable.
All stations reporting. Ready to proceed with targeting.
Targeting system engaged.
Calibrating plates array.
Adjusting counterweights.
Locking axial tilt. Device is in position.
It's time. On your mark.
Big red button.
Fire!
Shall pierce the shell of them.
Focus.
Beam on target.
Compensating for recoil.
It is working. Steady.
Detecting graviton flux.
Fluctuations in the breath field.
Hold. Hold! We cannot fail the speaker now.
Rerouting power.
Burning out.
Enough! Shut it down!
Cutting power.
Red drive cycling down.
Turning to 0 points.
Retracting stabilizers.
Shutdown complete.
There! Well done, all. Well done. We have done all we can. I am sure the Council is waiting to speak with you.
Okay. We'll do that next. Because we're going to end this one here. If you made it this far, I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the show, consider leaving a like. A lot more on the channel, and a lot more to come. Find something else you like, why not subscribe? But either way, click that notification bell.
We
Let you
place
know
our
when I
faith
upload
in the serpent.
Go live.
And in you.
We have witnessed a miracle.
Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.